Hey everyone, it's Lauren here. I'm so glad that you are tuning in for another devotional video. And today I want to talk to you about waiting, which is an important part of the Advent season. In fact, Advent is essentially all about waiting. Well, what's so interesting to me is each year, based on what's going on in our lives, in the world, the same story that we tell each year can kind of hit differently. Well, that's definitely the case for me because I'm actually going out on maternity leave starting today. And so I am currently 38 weeks pregnant, and waiting is something that takes on a whole new meaning for me. And I just imagine the concept of waiting and understand that a little bit differently this year. How I understand waiting now is having a sense of what's coming, but really not knowing any of the particulars. I'm expecting our first child and know that there is so much I don't know about what lies ahead of us. And I have an idea about what's going to happen. I will have a baby, but the particulars of that are just very fuzzy, as it would be with anyone. And I imagine kind of the first Christmas story and this whole sense that the first family, Mary and Joseph, would have had about what they're waiting for and not knowing exactly what that's going to turn out to be like, but still having a sense of the future, just with all this ambiguity still baked into it. In truth, that's how we live our lives all the time. But Advent is so special because we are face to face with the reality that we don't know how everything is going to turn out. Even though we do know how everything is going to turn out, we know that God comes to the world, that God is incarnate, and that means certain things in our lives that are promises from God that we can count on. But the particulars of that, how that shows up, how God journeys with us, is something that's always sort of an unknown. So I want to encourage you to think about how waiting might feel different this year. What are you waiting for specifically? How are you waiting for God to show up in your life? How are you looking for God to show up in your life? And how can you rest assured, no matter what the future holds, that God's promise, since God became incarnate in the person and through the work of Jesus Christ, that God is with us, journeying with us. I hope you enjoy this Advent season and learn something more about waiting. Take care.